What's up guys, Matt here. Today I want to talk to you about this Mark 6 Volkswagen Golf R, specifically the things that I like about this car. What better location to film this video than the location that I filmed the 5 things that I hate about my Golf R. So without further ado, let's get into the video. What's up guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell icon so my videos pop up in your notification feed. And let's get into the video. So as I mentioned out there, this is the same location where I filmed the infamous 5 things I hate about my Mark 6 Volkswagen Golf R. If you've been a subscriber, you've probably watched that video. I created that video on trend with other automotive vloggers where they listed the things that they disliked and the things that they liked about their cars. I know that's a good way to get new subscribers, new viewers, more views. It did. I got a lot of views on that video. I also got a lot of dislikes on that video. It's one of my most disliked videos by far. I want to read you guys a few of the comments from that video. Some of them were kind of funny, others a little harsh, but it's YouTube, so take that with a grain of salt. The first comment I want to share with you: Number 6, it's not a Mark 7 Golf R. That is true, this is a Mark 6 Golf R, but I would argue that the Mark 6 Golf R looks better than Mark 7 and it is cheaper. So if you can afford it, to each his own. The second comment: third world problems. That doesn't even make sense. It's first world problems, I think, is what you're thinking of. The third comment, however, I do want to address: it's a freaking Golf, so shut yo mouth and enjoy something that most people can't afford. This video was by no means me trying to be arrogant and showing off my car and nitpicking it or complaining about something that other people can't afford. I am extremely grateful that I've had the privilege and the opportunities that have led me to where I am right now, that provide me the means to be able to afford a car like this. By no means was I trying to rub that in anyone's face. This was simply a video to attract more viewers and get more views. Please don't take that the wrong way. It was a struggle to try to find 5 things that I dislike about this car. And with that said, I want to tell you all the things that I love about this car. So first of all, I don't know how many I'm gonna say. I'm guessing it's in the title below. I'm just gonna try to keep count as I go. So let's get into it. First off, I want to talk about the visual appearance, the aesthetics of the car. Okay guys, I need to stop this video real quick and issue a formal apology for the condition of this Golf R. You're gonna see bugs, you're gonna see dirt. I wasn't able to clean the car before this video. I'm traveling for work all week this week, so I wanted to get this video shot so I could edit it during my travels. Please give me some slack on it. Now let's get back to the video. First off, I want to talk about the visual appearance, the aesthetics of the car. I really like it. If I didn't, I wouldn't have bought the car. But you can argue that the Mark 6 Golf GTI looks very similar to this car. But this car does have some differentiating features that I really like. First of all, the front end of this car is extremely aggressive. I love how everything converges into the middle of the car, looks very angry. I love the 2 snouty grills on the outside of the bumper cover, and then the middle grille with the intercooler peeking out from behind it. I also prefer the horizontal LED running lights. And then moving on to the rear, I really love the Mark 6 taillights now that I've switched them over to the Euro taillights. I prefer them over the Mark 7s. That's my opinion though. Moving down in the rear, that center exit exhaust is awesome. Ever since the R32 had the center exit exhaust, I've been a fan. Kind of disappointed that they discontinued that on the Mark 7 Golf R. In addition to the front and rear end, the wheels, I love the OEM Talladegas. If I didn't, I probably would have changed the wheels by now. I really love how they look. The 18-inch wheels is very aggressive but still functional, and it looks very, very sporty. The final thing I want to mention about the aesthetics or the look of the car is the piano black trim that is featured throughout the car. It's featured on the grille, the mirror covers, some of the interior, as well as the rear diffuser. It looks great. It's just enough contrast with the carbon steel gray. It makes those features pop a little bit more as opposed to just color matching the body of the car. So at this point, we're at the front end, the rear taillights, the center exit exhaust, the wheels, and the black trim. So moving on from the aesthetics and onto the actual driving experience of this car. First thing that I want to mention is the noises that this car makes. Whether it's the turbo spooling up or the blow-off valve or the exhaust note, they all sound awesome. Specifically, the exhaust note. I do have a Steve Petty Motorsports turbo back race exhaust. At low RPMs, at low speeds, you get the gurgling and some backfires. And then when you get up higher in the RPM ranges, it transitions from a really low guttural exhaust note to a really raspy exhaust note. And keep in mind, it's a 4-cylinder car, so it's not the best note, but do with it what you can. So the noises while you're driving are absolutely amazing. Those noises are coming from somewhere, and they're coming from a 2-liter turbocharged engine. And specifically the Golf R has some upgraded internal components versus the Golf GTI, and that's really the reason why I decided to purchase this car over the GTI, is because you can safely add horsepower, add boost to this engine with less risk of blowing it up. So more boost equals more fun, and that is very important to me. I love the horsepower that this thing produces stock, but this has got a United Motorsports Stage 2 Plus tune on it, which produces roughly 315 horsepower. And with this small of a car and 315 horsepower, this thing boogies. And if I had any more, I'd probably get in trouble around town here. So, loving the horsepower, loving the upgraded components in the engine, and loving the engine noise. Handling wise, the stock suspension on this thing is stiff. Can get annoying at times, especially in Wisconsin on bumpy roads. But when you're zooming around roundabouts or some country roads, this thing handles like it's on rails. Very minimal body roll, which is very impressive for the stock suspension. The same note, the stock brakes on this car are slightly bigger than the GTI, and they perform great. Haven't had this thing on the track yet, so I don't know how bad the fade is. For daily driving, this thing brakes quickly. So the overall driving experience has brought us from 5 things to the sound is 6, the upgraded engine components and power is 7, and then the handling and brakes are 8 and 9. Let's just round this off at an even 10, and I'll give you one more thing that I really like about this car, and that is all of the room that I have in this tiny little car. I am 6 feet 2 inches tall, and I've got a good 4 inches between the top of my head and the roof of this car. I was driving a Lexus IS 250 before this. I'd go over a bump and my head would be on the ceiling. So that's cool. It's such a small little car, and there's so much room in here. And you know what? Screw it. Let's do number 11, a convenience feature that I love. It's the proximity key. This allows you to keep your keys in your pocket. When you walk up to the car will sense that you're near the car. You put your hand under the handle and the car unlocks. Same as when you get out. Touch the touch button on the outside of the handle and your car locks itself. Same thing, there's a push button start on this car, which is very, very convenient. So those are the 11 things that I love about this Mark 6 Golf R. I hope you enjoyed this video more than you enjoyed the 5 things I hate about the Golf R. And if you did, give the video a thumbs up. If you like more content like this, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the little bell icon so you are notified every time I post a video. Let me know in the comment section below whether you agree or disagree with some of the things I've said in this video. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.